Today, we are going to be talking about beta reading. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sarah Sutton, the author of my young adult Friends to Lovers romance, What Are Friends For, as well as the author of my upcoming fake relationship romance, Out of My League. Debuts June 16th. Both those links will be in the description box below if you want to check them out. And if you're new here, while you're down there, click the like and the subscribe button and you can just join our happy family. Welcome back to my channel. I'm trying to nail down my intro, but I feel like I'm just not rocking it every time. But yes, like the title says, today we're going to be talking about beta reading. And you might have noticed that this says part 1. I plan to have 3 parts of this whole beta reading saga. So I'm launching this video on this Friday, and then the following Friday is going to be part 2, and the Friday after that is going to be part 3. So keep an eye out for all of these parts. Today I'm really just going to be going over my process of where I found my beta readers and how I filtered out the not so good ones. I don't know why I did air quotes, that was true. Because there are people out there that I don't really want to say that they'll be malicious about it, but you know, they might not want to help you. So I'm just going to go over the way I found mine and weeded them out. So without further ado, let's jump into today's video. I really only found my beta readers through one way technically, but a few different streams of it, and that is social media. I feel like that's the most efficient way to reach out and find readers in the genre that you're writing and kind of gauge their interest immediately. I ended up reaching out on Instagram, Twitter, I think on Facebook, and then as well as my newsletter. So what I did is I let all my followers know that I'm looking for beta readers. Go to my webpage, and I'll insert a little clippy here. Go to my author page and you will find a post about everything about my book, what you need to know about it, and as well as a link to sign up for the application. For me, an application is super important because I'm able to kind of, like I said before, gauge their interest and their ability to be a good beta reader. I don't know. I don't want to say anything that sounds offensive, but you really do want someone who is well-versed in the reading community, at least in your genre. So that's where the application comes into play. And I will show y'all what my application consists of. Obviously, I need their first and their last name. Usually I say initials are okay, but if they want to give me their full last name, that'd be awesome. I ask for their email so I can contact them. And then I ask them how did they hear about this beta reading opportunity, just so it gives me a good idea of where they came from, how they might have seen it. And then the next question, I ask for their social media handle. So if they said that they found me on Instagram, I could go on Instagram and see if they're actually following me. If they're not, it's a little sketchy, so I probably won't use them. It really helps me to kind of do some internet sleuthing and fact check in the way. Sounds a little creepy when you say it like that. The next question that I ask, I let them know the time frame. So for this one, this was for If the Room Fits, and it was from January 6th to January 27th. If the Room Fits was shorter, so it made sense to speed up the process. And then I asked them if they were able to read the manuscript and provide feedback within this time frame. I gave them an option of yes, absolutely, or other. I don't want to say no, because if they say that they need an extra week of time because they're on vacation, I would totally work with them on that. Having the other category really helps get more of a broader answer if they can't say perfectly yes. Next question, I ask them what genre do they normally read, which, like I said before, it really helps to know if they're trying to apply to be a beta reader for your romance, if they read crime or thriller or sci-fi or things that aren't related to your romance, it might not be a good fit because you really want somebody that is their genre. You know what I mean? So they know the nuances of that genre and all that stuff. The next question that I ask them how old they are. And I do it in ranges of 18 to 29, 30 to 40, 41 to 49, and 50 plus. Say we have somebody who is 22 years old and 55. They could, not saying that they will, but they could have different views of the book just because of their ages. The 55-year-old might think that my main character is whiny and complaining, but did I say 22? I don't know what I said. But the 20-ish year old might think, oh man, that's a typical teenager. So getting an idea of their age up front can really help in the further back process when it comes to evaluating their feedback, where they're coming from. Yeah. I ask them if they have ever beta read before. Now this is not always a red flag for me. It's rarely ever a red flag because a lot of people actually haven't beta read before. They are normally just readers. People who I reach out to on social media, they are just readers and they want the opportunity to read my book in the earlier stages. However, it does give me a good idea of who they are, where they're coming from, and I kind of want a nice mix of some people who have beta read before and some people who haven't. I just think it'd be fun to have a lot of different opinions and all that stuff. Alright guys, we are at that scheduled moment in our video where I'm going to take a pause. And if you haven't liked this video already, can you please, pretty please scroll down, hit that like button, and make sure that subscribe button is, you know, grayed out, checked, whatever it looks like. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel because you don't want to miss out on any of these other beta reading videos, do you? Whoa, I talked super fast. But yeah, we're going to take a quick pause and go like this video. Did you do it? Okay, let's get back into the beta reading application. The next one is, do you have a preference on how you like the document sent? So I only include Word doc, PDF, or Google Docs. Google Docs is a lot harder for me to actually do. I think I just haven't cracked the code, or maybe I have, but I have to do separate Google Docs for each person who requests a Google Doc because they can't all be on the same Google Doc because I don't want one person's opinion to persuade, but it's just a lot of work especially because I do my chapters in increments. I send out 5 chapters at a time, so it's a lot harder for me to upload several Google Docs. Do you know what I mean? It's just a little bit hard. Whereas creating a Word doc or a PDF is easy because all I really need is that one file to send to multiple people. So I might cut out Google Docs, or I might just cut it all and just send only Microsoft Word. But then some people don't have Word, so I just don't know. It's a really personal preference. The next question, we're getting to the end, don't worry. If you are chosen as a beta reader, do you agree to not share the files of the book with anyone and not to give pre-publication spoilers to anyone in person or online? And then I put in parentheses, you are welcome to tell people that you are a beta reader and to talk about the book without giving up important plot points, which means that I'm beta reading for Sarah Sutton. Her book is titled Out of My League. It's a baseball themed romance. Kind of that gist of stuff. And I only had 2 options for them. Yes, I'm on your side. I'm rooting for you. And no, I want to take your work for myself and leave you in a pile of tears and sadness. Nobody, as of yet, has chosen that answer. But obviously, if they do choose that answer, that's a clear throw it in the trash, you know, obviously. And then after that question, I do a little note that says, this book is under copyright, so sharing or plagiarism is strictly forbidden. Which, if you're in the US, whenever you create a document or anything really, it is immediately under copyright. You don't need to file it for copyright for it to be copyrighted as your work because you created it. It goes under copyright the second you create it, which is so helpful and so reassuring, to be honest. Okay, the second to last thing I ask them if they have any questions for me, and usually I get no's from this one, but that's just anything I haven't covered that they are curious about. And that's a little box for them to type out their answer there. And then the last thing is not really a question, but it's something I require them to do. It is like a e-signature. Please sign here using your fingertip or mouse, indicating that you are truthful on this application. Which is kind of like a little contract, but like not really a contract, but it's still, you know. But yeah, that is my application form. That is the form that I use when I'm going to be looking for beta readers. I have 2 forms that I use after that. Let's just do a little sneak peek, shall we? So I have 2 forms after the application. So we have the chapters feedback, because like I said, I send my chapters in 5 increments. 5 chapter increments. I asked them to do a little feedback form at the end of each increment of chapters. And then once they're done with all the chapters, I asked them to fill out this final feedback form. They're both 2 pages, I think, or is this 3? Well, it's technically 3. But we'll go into those more in depth in the next videos. Once I choose people to be my beta reader, I email them. At the email they gave me on that form, I send them an email and say, you've been chosen to be beta reader. Please respond to this email with a thumbs up emoji or something along those lines, just so I know that I actually have the right email address and that they're still willing to participate, that nothing has come up since we've last spoken. There are some people who haven't emailed me back after that initial email, and that's why I like to email first, because I would hate to send my book out to the wrong address. That would suck. that could be really bad. So I always do that preliminary email. And I wanted to say that there will be some people who will not finish your book. I don't even know how many beta readers I had for What Are Friends For, but I had a few, and I want to say 2 or 3 completely dropped off. There's one that I never heard from again. She dropped off social media and everything. I don't know what happened to her. I hope she's okay. But there are some people who messaged me and said that they weren't going to be able to finish, that the deadline wasn't going to work for them. Something came up in their personal life. That is okay. Don't be alarmed by that. Like, some people might get freaked out, like, oh my gosh, I sent my book to them and they're not going to finish. They're going to see my book and they're blah, 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 blah. Stuff comes up, as sucky as it is that they couldn't finish. I'm sure they felt bad writing that email, because nobody wants to commit to something and then have to back out at the last minute. Nobody wants to do that, you know? Well, at least I don't. I would hate that. That would make me so anxious. Oh my gosh, I would hate it. So if that ever happens to you, think, okay, they've got their own lives to deal with. It is totally fine. I want to support them anyway, you know, kind of just look at it from that mindset. So let's say you've reached out on social media and you still can't find your beta readers. I was actually recently told that Goodreads has a beta reading forum. Yes, I think it's forum. Goodreads actually has a beta reading forum that people can go and type about their book, and beta readers will actually apply, ask to go read your book with you. Most times they will ask to swap, so you read their book while they read your book, which can be really good to actually get some feedback that way, because you're having an author help you read your book as well. I actually found one of my beta readers from that Goodreads kind of post. She's awesome. I still sent her all my manuscripts and she sent me all of hers, which I love it. It's always okay to ask somebody from your personal life if you're comfortable doing that, if they want to read your book. I know that can be kind of scary, but if you can't find like a whole slew of beta readers for you, like I think I used 5 for If the Broom Fits and I think I used 10 for What Are Friends For. If you can't find a whole army of beta readers, that's okay too. You're totally okay if you have 1 or 2 beta readers, because that's still an extra set of eyes looking at your project, and that's really all beta readers are there for. That's what they're there to do, just be an extra set of eyes and look it over, see any plot holes you missed, anything like that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed going over my beta reader application with me today. I plan to do my 2 more forms in the other videos, so if you have any questions about beta reading at all, please let me know down below, because I would love to include those questions in my next few videos. But I'd love to try and answer any of your questions if you have them, so yeah, leave them down below. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. We are getting so close to 300 subscribers and it's blowing my mind. I'm so happy to have you guys here in this community. It kind of blows my mind when I think about it too long. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, so much for joining me here today, and I'll see you on Monday with another video. Bye. Did you hear that? That was my stomach. Oh, there's a squirrel. Gosh, that scared me. Actually, I've been talking for a long time. Holy crap. Okay, don't know what that was. I hate myself.